Good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Global Awesome Healers Training Summit Season 7. Day 2 of the training for Unblocked took us a little deeper into the understanding of the importance of mother work. We began with the Guru Mantra and Decrees Light Prayer, practiced the entire set of Viper, Sweetheart with the clap, and the O2 for the entire body, sweethearting and oxygenating the belly button and the body part in pain, dropping off the pain, and EST, energized sweetheart transmission for self on palms and then on paper. And with the practice of it in place, we also understood that we tend to have belief systems around pain, including the have to, which makes it a huge pressure point, a lock and a block, and how just saying the decree, I don't have to, starts opening it up. And the one magic word to be used, mine, that of being owned and owned up to. And of course, SARA, the constantly that makes sure you keep repeating it and putting it out into the universe where it can then scatter. We saw how the three-step process of repeat situation or body part, have water, and rinse and repeat as required is as simple as it sounds. And of course, to use common sense as well, especially when it comes to medication. All of this built up to why the work around the mother. And that is because she is the first feminine female Shakti in our lives and governs so much in our lives. There are 5 powers of the mother, including food, shelter, clothing, receiving, and budgeting money, grounding with Mother Earth, emotional management. The body parts are left, lower, back, right brain, heart, spleen, liver, kidney, and lungs. And the 5th is vitality from the mitochondria, which is the power source of each cell. Now, along with the father energies is how we feel balanced. And we'll take a look at that today, along with Saturn's decrees, the foundation set of decrees of 3 words. Are you ready to up your life and everyone's lives? Say yes, a big yes. And please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the OG master, creator, and sharer of the decrees, here with your 3rd training masterclass on Unblocked, the uber cool Nidhu B. Kapoor. Hi, Nidhu. Welcome in, and let's get started.
Thank you, Neelu. I really appreciate these recaps you're doing because it helps me and hopefully it's helping everyone else as well, because we had this long list, right? We had this entire curriculum for this week, and quite a bit of it is getting accomplished. I do want to check with y'all. What's your sense of the week before? And what's your sense today? How were you just a week back? And how are you right now? Is there a difference? How blocked were you feeling then? How blocked are you feeling today? Go ahead.
Even while we were beginning, Neha wrote in saying hi and saying that she was just doing the sweetheart and oxygen on her bedridden mom.
Good.
She was doing it, yes.
Good.
And
Super.
I can see people are typing, waiting to see there what is coming up. While we wait, I have to tell you, didn't tell you before the call, but please take out Nazar today, or please give a decree. Or you're so amazing. You're looking.
I also wanted to tell you this.
I love the combination.
Thank you. And thank you especially for saying that, because one of the things that I had to decree on today was an extra wrinkle. So thank you. Namrata also made my day. You just made my day. Thank you so much. And as it is, of course, with the decrees, everything was like, okay, you know what? It's all right. It's life. But thank you. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Neil. Thanks. And Neha, I think you might have ESP because the next question that I was wanting to ask everybody is what I was also asking Namrata before the call officially began. Have you been able to do the wiping, the dropping, the sweethearting, the oxygenating for yourself? Have you been able to share it with others? Have you been able to show your family? Have you been able to teach your children? Have you been able to do it on your own? So tell me that as well.
Right. And Neha was also had also written that, and as this call is about the mother, and I'm manifesting my mom's mom healthy vitality back so much as my pillar at home is shaken. Poonam says, got clarity regarding one thing, the block removed, feeling better. Vijay says, though was feeling very relaxed after our second call. At times, I'm feeling angry or frustrated for no particular reason. Is that normal?
Let me answer that. And the answer, the indication of that answer was in call one, where we spoke about layers and how layers are important to understand as part of your healing journey. Because when you are relaxed or when nothing else is occupying your mind, a layer that requires your attention can show up. In life, everything happens for a reason. Your frustration may not be to do with today. It could have been layered long back, and other things may have taken priority over that. So, like, for example, when we looked at the layers of pain, stiffness, heaviness, numbness, inflammation, memory, tightness, soreness, like that, when we start layering, these layers can stay hidden for years. Our layers can go back not just years from this life, but also years from another life. Because remember, the thing we also understood about layers, our karma decides our layers, the sizes of the layers, and the spaces of the layers. In general, for example, if you have a tendency towards anger and frustration and irritation, belong to the family of anger. Guaranteed somewhere beneath is the layer of anxiety. If you have a tendency to anxiety, because anxiety itself is layered on fear, the fear of being alone, the fear of being abandoned. Too much anxiety becomes a layer for stress. Too much stress becomes a layer for anger. Everything is connected to everything. Never question the layer that's showing up. Work through it. And I'm going to come back to layers again on today's call.
Right. And Namrata also wrote, feel empowered with this new understanding and decrees. Thank you. Nobody's written in about any self-practice. Ratna's written. And by the way, I believe Ratna is one of the lucky ones from training call too. Ratna, Vinod, and Shruti. So congratulations, Ratna, on your scholarship. I hope you've picked your work up. And by the way, Nidhu, sorry, digressing very quickly for a moment, and I'll bring it up later. I don't know if we've mentioned this, but I hope everybody's aware that there are EMIs possible. So just get in touch with the team. So just I'll remind later again. Sorry for the distraction.
Did we not bring it up? They're available.
No, I don't think it was just there was so much happening. It slipped my mind also totally. So
It's available for every package.
Every package, correct. And Ratna has written, I'm also detoxing quite a lot. Things are coming up, irritation a lot, feeling many emotions more intensely, and also peace and calm. So a lot is happening. Fortunately, I have awareness, which is helping me cope. And
fantastic. A lot is happening means you're not stuck, you're not blocked, and you're allowing the processing, which is superb.
Right. And Geeta has said, I did the sweetheart and O2 on my kids' names when they went to appear for the 10th board exams yesterday. And she's also told her kids about the sweetheart, and they keep doing it on themselves for their acne, indigestion, and hair fall.
Fantastic. So wiping, let them wipe, right? Because their tummies must be aching, and then there is the stress of exams, and stress is a multi-layer of fear and couple of layers of anger. So fear can make us spasm, it can make us cramp, it can give us loosies. So clearing and wiping over the stomach area will also help a lot. But awesome that you have taught your children, because it's so simple to do, right? In that moment, in an exam time, even if you're getting panicky, worried, scared, you can just quickly start wiping, and nobody has to be told what you're doing. You can just quickly do it, make it seem like you're just, and you will feel better and calmer and undoubtedly do much better. All the best to your babies as well, Geeta. What if we hear fantastic news about how their exams go?
And she also says, my back now hums with ease as if it has just danced through a gentle yoga flow, stretched, open, and light. Thank you. And Manju says, I have loose motions since the class on 21st. You mean to say 20th, the second class. The 21st was yesterday. And it started when mother issues were being discussed. So she said maybe releasing big time.
Big
And
time.
yeah, she said fear and stomach ache too. So
Right.
like
So
a lot of release work happening.
that's fear leaving, right? It could be the fear of being without the mother. It could be the fear of changing the relationship with the mother. It could be fear of changing the belief systems around what you have learned about yourself with the mother. But seems like a fear of letting go of something. Maybe you're holding on to a way of being around your mother in the hope that she will not leave or she will love you better. And this, right? All of us, by the way, have some amount of anxiety and fear around changing the status quo with our parents. Again, because they gave rise to us. They are our first gods, and our mother is a slightly bigger god.
And Vaishali says, I have a stiff neck since a few days, and also left side of the body is in more pain than the right side of the body.
Is your mother more painful than your father?
And Aditi Mahajan writes, a lot of self-worth issues are coming to the surface for me.
Good, good. Because what does coming to the surface mean? Quickly, for 100 golden points.
It's coming to the surface, it's acknowledgement and it's releasing.
The layer is showing up.
Layer is showing up.
So
I'd be happy with 50 golden points.
yeah, I was gonna give you 85. 85 golden points. Because that is it. Why has the layer come up? Why do the layers come up? The layers come up to say, hey, it's time. Look at me, set me free. Peel me off. Let me go. Hear what I have to say. Let me express myself. You need to hear from me. That layer needs to be looked at. So embrace it, say thank you, and do the rest, as we will be doing a little more today as well. All of this has been showing up over the last few days. How was yesterday? How has today been? Everything that is distressing about it, I want you to write it down on one of your terrible pages or many of your terrible pages, depending on what was going on. Everyone has 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes. If there's something coming up, Neelu will bring it up. Otherwise, we are in silence. You are taking a look at everything that has bothered you since yesterday. And you can write it down in 1 sentence, 3 sentences, 30 sentences, how much ever can fit within 3 minutes. Your time begins now.
And before you mention this 3 minute in silence, Nidhu, Divya wrote in saying, when I do Sweetheart with the clap and O2, I feel better with it in anxiety in my stomach for just a second, then it is back again. I don't know how to address this stomach anxiety.
I'm rolling my eyes because one of the things in understanding the 5 things about healing was never say it's come back. It cannot. It has gone. The next layer has revealed itself. The same layer can be repeated. You can have a layer of anxiety over a layer of anxiety, over a layer of fear, over a layer of anger, over a layer of anxiety. It's just telling you there is more anxiety. You do not say, oh my God, I've taken 10 steps. I've still not climbed Mount Everest. You just take the next step. Do not say it's come back. It hasn't. The next layer is revealing itself. And what was that list of things we went through with layers? It's telling you something wants to be expressed. Do the repeat. Do SARA and do the repetition 22 times instead of 10 times. Then do the wiping. Then do your sweetheart. Then do your oxygenation. See how much longer the time is now between that layer of anxiety and this layer of anxiety. And now I don't know how many minutes have gone by.
Oh, just about a minute.
Just about a minute. The 2 more minutes. So now 2 minutes in silence. Please do your writing from yesterday as well as today.
People were typing in the group, but I'll bring it up after 2 minutes.
Okay.
Or do you want to hear now?
Let everybody write it in peace.
Right.
Yeah, you're also most welcome to share it on the group. But when I ask you the connected questions to this, then you are going to have to share that post again and answer. And of course, even if you share it on the group, you have to put it down on the paper. Okay. 2 minutes, everybody. 1.5 minutes. Maybe about 30 more seconds. This thing or these things from yesterday and today, how big is it in your life on a scale of 0 to anything? Make a note of that number. Again, if you're posting on the group, You will have to post it with what you've posted and the number. And there's a third thing I am going to be asking you to do. Just measure the bigness of this distress from yesterday and today. The third thing, and the answer to the third thing can just be one sentence. It may be a little longer than a sentence, but the first thing that pops into your mind will be just a sentence. And the question is, what does this remind you of? So it could be, it reminds me of my college years. It reminds me of my 6th birthday. It reminds me of my mother. It reminds me of my father. It reminds me of the year we were moving cities. It reminds me of my childhood, reminds me of another job. There will be a succinct answer. Make a note of that. If there are 2 more, 5, 50 more sentences coming up, make a note of that. The thing that I'm most interested in is the answer in brevity. It reminds me of my mother. It reminds me of my best friend. It reminds me of a stuffed toy I had. It reminds me of my favorite book. It reminds me of a sunset. There will be an answer like that. Make a note of that. And again, if you're sharing on the group, these 3 will be required.
Okay. And what if it reminds you of more than one thing, Nadu?
Then
That's
the first thing, first thing, but make a note of everything that comes up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you 1 more minute for that. Please write that down on these other sheets of paper. These sheets of paper are sheets of paper that we can do whatever we want with. So even if you're writing in your notebook, please make sure that when we do whatever we want to do with them, they are tearable from the notebook as well. This thing that it reminds you of, how big is that in your life? On a scale of 0 to anything, 10, 100, 97,000 million, 6 billion. How big is it in your life? Please make note of that number as well.
This number, in fact, I went with the first number that came to mind, but I still had to think about it because this reminds you of, when you start writing it down, you realize that, at least for me, I really didn't remember this. But the moment, and so how this came out like this out of the blue?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What have you just done? We covered a deep layer. Now, hang on. First of all, can everybody confirm to me that you have gotten your yesterday and today distresses? You've got the number, you've got what it reminds you of, you've got that number. Confirm to me that you do. Please, O2 around your belly button. Have some water. And the first thing I want you to do from SARA, and SARA is the acronym given to us by Neelu with a lot of sass and attitude, which is speak and repeat awesomeness. And the word that I want you to speak only 10 times is, you tell me. Can you guess what the word is that I'm going to ask you to say?
My?
It's a
That close?
Yeah, it's excellent, informed answer. Anybody else? What am I going to ask you to repeat?
Drop it, says Poonam.
I'm going to ask you to repeat, drop it.
Yeah, that's what she's written, drop it, as the answer to. So
Also an excellent informed choice. Go ahead.
if not my, then mind.
Did you say mine?
I said my first, and I said, okay, if that's an informed, would it be mine?
Because you're basing it on that.
On my, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, go on, go on.
So, Vaishali says open, Namrata says the, just the, THE.
By the way, Namrata, the is a decree. The and they are decrees. But go ahead, everybody.
Naya says the most important feeling, as in whatever you've written.
Okay.
So from that, the most important.
Also, all very, very good thought out responses. The word I want you to repeat 10 times is yesterday.
Intense says, nice.
Go for it. Have water. First, check your body response. Let it settle down. Whatever might be shifting, not shifting, you're thirsty, yawning, burping, wanting to close your eyes for a few seconds, shoulders relaxing, coughing, sneezing, wanting to go to the washroom, whatever the reaction is, give it 30 seconds to a minute. Allow the processing. Just as one of the principles in working with the decrees is always begin where you are, the other is allow the processing. Give yourself those few seconds. And repeat.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, 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 yesterday. Have another sip of water. Doesn't even take 10 seconds to do it. Allow the process, allowing the processing, allow the processing. Wipe. From up to down and from crown back to the root chakra. And one final round. Yesterday, 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 yesterday. Cheers. 10 seconds. Allow the process. Allow the processing. Allowing the processing. When you're ready, if you need to take more time, please do. Your reaction is more important than the next step we are going to. Take a look at what you wrote. Take a look at that number. Take a look at what it reminded you of. Take a look at that number. Is there a change? Don't mention the change yet. Is there a change? Yes, no, not sure, maybe, not yet, day after. How are you responding now to what you wrote down? If it seemed to be a situation that needed an answer. Is an answer coming through? If it seemed to be a situation of deep stress and block, does it feel like, not so big anymore? Does it feel like, you know what? It's going to work out. Is there a difference in how it was when you were writing it and expressing it and now? Yes? No? Maybe? Not yet? What? Huh? Day after. Put down your response. I think we should put a poll over there right now. Oh, but wait, everybody's not on Telegram. Okay. Let me know your answers.
Yeah, so Jennifer says not yet. Divya says yes. Arjun says some painful memories of a relative who passed over came to my emotions. And Ratna said laughing because it does belong to yesterday, feeling lighter already. Even the first time when you said yesterday, I laughed because I said it was that simple. So that laughter was from that specifically. The second time, uh, it was emotional. There was you know, when you begin to feel a lump rising. So with the second, by the third, little more rising, and then kind of settling down, because then there is the you know, just accepting what is coming up and showing up, to just allowing that to happen, because it reminded me my sentence changed
Nice.
from
Nice.
what I've written. It is now changed to me. Like it reminded me of me saying, doing something. Yeah, my first round was, it involved others.
Got it.
Second, it's so that has happened. And
Fantastic.
Eve says, Namrata's, Naya says, yes, there is ease. Naya says there is ease. Namrata says, had tremors on the left side of my body and pain in the sacral area on the right. Feels like leaving yesterday behind. Freedom. Eve says, it seems like it's not my story. Archana says, it's magical. And Vijaya says, yes, there is a difference. All that I wrote seems so trivial and easily manageable. Arjun says, a bit of courage to accept the situation came in, and more lightness.
Fantastic. Because we were waiting. We were waiting. We were waiting, right? We were all making a note, we were all saying it together. But actually, in about 20 seconds, we would have said it three into 10 times. You would have said it about 30 times with 2 water breaks. And already the situation is changing. 9.9 times for the better. Right here and there is the not yet, there is the still, day after tomorrow, all of that. But remember what I had asked you to do? I asked you to write about yesterday and
Today.
today. So same thing we're going to be doing. You are going to say today 10 times. Then we're going to have a sip of water. Then we're going to wait for 5 seconds. And those of y'all who are used to doing the decrease, and there are quite a few of y'all who are, if you want to rush through and do the 10 more and the 10 more, please do, because you're used to the body processing it rapidly. For everyone else who's still acclimatizing to this, please make sure that you have given that pause of 5 to 10 seconds after the decree and some water. Okay?
And the wipe also.
And the wipe also. Wipe felt, because I had a sense that quite a bit was like throwing itself out. So we kind of wiped. But yes, thank you for that reminder, Neelu. We will also do a wiper in the middle of it all. 10 times today, 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 today. Water. Close your eyes. Sense the sensations in the body. See how quickly your energy is trying to balance and harmonize. Allow the processing. Allow the process. Allowing the processing. Let us do a wiping from root to crown, from crown to root, connecting between sky and earth and sky, and 10 times next round. Today, 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 today. Sip of water. Close your eyes for 10 seconds. Draw an O2 around your belly button. Third and final round for today. Today, 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 today. Sip of water. Ten seconds of enjoying these rapid, almost instantaneous shifts and changes taking place in the body, including changes in your posture, including changes in your breath, including changes in your mood. When you're ready, take a look. What was your first number for your yesterday and today issue, project, challenge, problem? What was your first number for what it reminded you of, and what is it now? From there to where? Share with us on the group.
And now put in the details as required.
Yeah. Share as many details as you're comfortable to share. Even this, right? Like Neelu said, her layer of what it reminded her of went away. Another layer revealed itself. Maybe the intensity of what you were dealing with has decreased. And instead of, let us say, feeling heavy or stressed, like Arjun shared, right? That it reminded him of somebody who had passed away, but also at the same time, in a few seconds, the courage to deal with it. Maybe that entire thing would have gone, and whatever pending grief is there might have shown up. The next layer could have revealed itself, or you could be in the sense of the relief and freedom.
And Naya says it was an 8 down to a 0. What number is mentioned only. Harish has said more relaxed and light, could feel the energy shift within. Jennifer says 25 to 5, then 25. So first layer down and a new layer came up.
We are going to assume that that's exactly what happened.
This is what everyone's written in. For
Good.
me also, the numbers I've written, there are definite shifts in it, because I think more than the numbers, I'm processing uh, what was written and came out.
Right.
So, like the shifts have happened. Yeah, the shifts have happened. Numerically, might not seem very big, but verbally, it is very big for me.
So the story has changed.
The story is
Superb. We are not blocked there. Because remember, whatever you remembered, I doubt that it was from last week. It would have been from long back, hiding there, giving you an experience yesterday and today to tell you this is still pending. You haven't paid enough attention to me. You need to see what this is. And that has to do with the sense of repetition of life, where our stories keep showing up again and again. And when our stories keep showing up and they are the same story, said in a different way, what are we really being told? That there is a karma that is not getting over. The karma of yesterday and today linked to this story. That I am just going through the same thing with different stories because I'm not being able to break down what happened. Something or the other, some knocks on my head, on my door, in my life are continuously telling me something's got to give, something's got to change. At its most fundamental understanding, karma is action and result. Some action I have not been able to take. That is why the same thing is happening over and over again. New action means new karma. We broke down some of this existing story. Have we not changed our karma right now? We have. Have we changed it completely? Maybe not. But have we started? Yes. In the shortest way possible, in the quickest way possible, in the simplest way possible, in the easiest way possible, on the loveliest summit possible. I also want to very quickly mention this thing about action. You cannot say, but I have been taking action, but it's not working out. Because all action has a certain result. Brushing our teeth has to be done every day because taking a bath has to be done every day because when you go to work, you have to do your job every day because if you have to be a swimmer, you have to swim often, if not every day, because all action is finite. Therefore, the results are also finite. You cannot show up and say, oh, but I have attended 3004 workshops. Why hasn't my life changed? Well, it hasn't changed because you haven't taken different action. You've attended the workshop and that would have brought you something. But after that, same, if you're repeating the workshops, you will feel better about the workshops. During the workshops, you will enjoy that. But what is to be done after that? After you have learned to brush your teeth, if you are not going to brush your teeth, what will happen to the result? There will be none. All action also has a finite result in terms of the action itself. I'm going to explain this. At your job, can you just keep doing the same thing and keep getting promoted? You have to keep doing the next level, no? So if you are doing the same thing over and over again, you will have a result, but that result will be there for that thing you're doing. After that, you have to do this thing for this result. It's like if you keep going for a walk for 20 minutes, are you only going to go for a walk for 20 minutes for the rest of your life and keep saying, but I've been walking for 704 years. But when I first started walking, I could feel the difference. I felt better. I felt energized. I even shed weight. But now, after 700 years, I haven't shed weight. Nothing has happened. Arey, because you went only for here, no? What action took place here has a result here. So if you want this result, you have to take this action. Now you have to walk for 40 minutes. Then you have to walk for 1.5 hours. Then you have to walk faster. Then you have to jog. Then maybe you have to run. Then maybe you have to put arm weights. Then maybe you have to do leg weights. Always the evolution of the action is what will get you the evolution of the result. Tell me you have understood this by saying understood and then put an O2 around your belly button. Two things you are not to say in a decree training class. Do not say it has come back, and do not tell me you have taken so much action, it is not working. It is not allowed to be said. Because all then you're really saying to me is, you have not understood how action acts. And just by the way, action is a father energy. I will come to father energy on today, one of the most masculine days of the week, Saturn, Saturday. But action is a testosteronic ability. If you have issues procrastinating, if you have a lot of things going on in your head, but not so much in action, something's going on with your father or some other men in your life. You're not getting enough male energy. You are not getting enough male presence. You are not getting enough male support. We will come back to father. I want to go to the next thing, where for those of us who are not at a zero, okay, while I say cheers, Neelu, you want to say?
Okay, so yeah, while and from me also understood, yes, Vandana Naya wrote understood. Divya has written couldn't understand the reason for today and yesterday, clearing karma or the pattern.
Okay. I'm trying to recap.
Right. I think basically, look, so here's the thing, with the decrees, the layers get revealed. When we do a training with you, the layers get built up. Right? Because you start and you build it up to somewhere, and that's how we started, and that's how we've come to karma and action, and will now head towards the father. So I just wanted to say that you please use it somewhere for sure for
Right.
yourself. Learning with you is layering up.
Thank you, Neelu. The key to that was in the answer of what does it remind you of? If it reminded you of that, it's because it's the same pattern. It's because it's the same experience, even if it's in a different situation. The same experience over and over again, chronically angry, chronically anxious, chronically grieving, chronically low in energy, chronically aggressive, chronically fighting, chronically something. Anytime this is continuously taking place, it means there is an action that is not happening because you're not being able to break the loop. You're not being able to break the cycle. And whatever cycle you are not being able to break, that same karma continues. When you take new action, new karma. And even if you have more queries after this, I will ask you to go and replay this section as well as the section before this, and then ask me on the group. Sunday is a working day, so you can do it tomorrow as well. Now, for those of us who have not gotten from the number to zero, right? Few of us, right? We've gotten to some change. But here, I want to introduce Saturn's decrees. So Saturn's decrees started this whole ball rolling. And when Saturn's decrees showed up, the understandings around it were primarily for karma completion. What does karma completion mean? A new action means the old action is over. New action, new karma. So something here is getting over. And then as the decrees started evolving, and every planet has their own set of decrees, it doesn't mean that you have to use it only on particular days. It just means that whatever the planet handles, like Saturn handles karma, that particular decree supports us in intensifying and upgrading that planet's gifts. But you never have to remember any decree as per a planet. You just have to know it as a decree. They're all in English, but Saturn's decrees, when that understanding of karma completion, karma upender, karma upgrader started happening, all the decrees are karma upgraders, because all the decrees are what? About dropping, letting go, releasing, removing the baggage, and upping the blessings, right? Which happen to us on a daily basis. On a daily basis, you got to go back to your practice of decreasing the baggage and increasing the blessings. What are blessings? Our good karma. What is our baggage? Our papam, our debt, our negative karma, the things where we have to learn, the things that we have to unlearn, the places where we have to take new action. So this decreasing of the baggage, increasing of the blessing, every decree does. But this particular set, which I'm about to share with you from Saturn's decrees, they are known as the foundation decrees, because it is on this that every decree is based. No matter where we are and how many ever evolved decrees or advanced decrees we've been doing, at some point or the other, we all come back to Saturn's decrees. Okay. Take a look at whatever is your pending thing. If a new story has come up, I'm giving you 1 minute. In shorthand, scribble it down, please, on a sheet of paper. Like something else has crossed your mind. But give me 1 second. The decree I'm about to give you has 4 words, but the decree itself in that 4-word sentence is 3 words. So right now, you do it as I'm saying, with the 4 words, and then I'm going to explain the 3 words which are the decrees in that. Only 5 times. As you take a look at that, and by the way, if you have a new story coming up, new layer showing up, put a number to how big it is, 0 to anything. Everybody's done it? Yes? Give me something on the screen. Give me a thumbs up. Say yes, it's done. Ready? Awesome. You can heal now. 5 times. You can heal now. 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 Our own personal layering is hydration. Cheers, everybody. Give it 10 seconds. By all means, keep your eyes closed. Check what's happening. Next, forwards 5 times. You can leave now. You can leave now. You can leave now. You can leave now. Is that 5 or 6? You can leave now. Even if that was 6 times. Sip of water. Ten-second. Allow the process, allow the processing, allowing the processing. Next round. This one combines both of these and makes it a 6-word decree, which is you can heal and leave now. 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 Have water. Keep your eyes closed for as long as you like. Take your time. For those of y'all who are up to it, please take a look at what you've written. Take a look at your number. How are you doing? How's your story? How strong and intense is it now? What was your number? What is it now?
While we wait for people to type in, like I'm sharing mine. In the beginning, with the first three set, for me there had been a 10 and then a 10 and an 8. And then I told you that the thing shifted. So the number was, so with the new thing, I was back at 10 again. And I prefer 0 to 10. It was back at 10 again. And like I said, I think the verbal processing of it is happening for me more smoother. And I'm not thinking of it in numbers. But if I put a number to it, then I have come to a 7.
Super.
Because, yeah, okay, you know what? This is doable. Okay, this is shown up. You haven't paid attention to it. It is doable. So yeah, that I think it's gone to 7 because there's definitely a little anxiety, a little fear and anxiety around it. So drop, 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 drop,
Absolutely.
drop,
Gotta
drop,
drop it and that's it.
wiping, and sweethearting myself and O2ing myself as well. So yeah, that processing is happening. So which is why 10 to 7. I want to be honest with how it's showing up.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Shift is in the perspective. The shift is in the understanding. The shift is in the solution because now there's light at the end of the tunnel. And for those of y'all, again, willing to share like Neelu has, please go ahead. Please put it in the group. Numbers are simpler, but if you're comfortable to say, this is where it is, right? Your perspective has changed. Your possibility has changed. Your attitude has changed.
And Poonam says 10 to 0. Eve says 5 to 2. Varsha says 10 to 0. Vandana says the first situation I had written about is now at 2. But the second situation I just wrote about has increased from 20 to 30.
No problem. No problem. I'm going to give you the last set in this. The last set in this, after which whatever is coming up, we will move to the body works and drop it. And dropping, as you all know, is so कुछ बोल ही नहीं सकते उसके बारे में. It's just so cool, isn't it? Okay, well, let me give you the last set. In this set, you can heal now, you can leave now, you can heal and leave now. Speak and repeat. Healed and gone, all gone. 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 And I think I said that about 7 times. Have water. Whatever is remaining, palms out. Dropping, dropping, dropping. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Whatever is remaining, wiping, 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 wiping. From the beginning till now, at least for this call, we have not yet sweethearted. Sweethearting all around us with the clap. Draw your O2. Have water. Put aside those sheets of paper. We'll come back to them. Your processing is going to carry on for quite some time. It's not done. And let me tell you a little bit more about the Father. First, power, action. Second, ability to make and give money. If we are stuck in the making of money, gotta take a look at what's going on with the male, masculine Shiv energy. If we are stuck in the receiving of money, gotta take a look at what's going on with the feminine, female, Shakti, mother energy. Number 3, strength, stamina, basically muscle, confidence. These are gifts from our fathers. If we tend to be very shy, if we tend to be introverted, if we have a problem being confident, somewhere the father has been missing or has been unavailable or has been, God forbid, toxic, abusive. He's been scary. Feeling protected in the world is the father's job. Feeling protected at home is the mother's job. Body parts governed by the father, by the yang, masculine energy. Upper, front, right side. Gallbladder, bladder, small and large intestine, stomach. If you do not feel safe in the world, the stomach will bloat and distend in order to protect you. Because a distended belly is a form of protection. It's distance between you and someone else. Because that's your father's job. It's your mother's job to make sure that you are safe and protected at home, that nobody can attack you, that nobody can harm you at home. It's your father's job to make sure nobody can do that outside in the world. Your father's power is left brain. The mother's power is right brain. One is logic and deduction and rationality and reasonableness. For the most part, right? It's us, the girls. It's me, it's my sister, it's my mother. We can get a little unreasonable. Okay, sometimes quite a bit unreasonable. But it's usually our fathers, brothers, sons, brother-in-laws, the more reasonable, right? Solution-oriented. Oh, you have this problem. Why do you have to spend 40 sentences around it? I'll just sort it out for you. And we're like, oh my God, they don't get it only. We need to talk about it. We need to express ourselves. We need 400 sentences. They only need to know, light bulb badalni hai. Yehi hai na? Kar dete hain. They are simpler in that sense because they're primarily left brain. For women, we're primarily right brain, right? So we can get very conflicted and very confused because we don't know how to process our emotions. We just feel what we feel, then either we're getting hyper and talking non-stop, or we're getting nervous and panicky and not talking at all. Because there is a marriage between the left brain and the right brain. Our parents' compatibilities also impact what's going on within us. If our parents were not compatible, then we too will have these diametrical opposing thoughts. One thought is Alaska, one thought is Australia. And then within us, we are now indecisive. We are now at war with each other. We are now blocked. So here's what we're going to do, because for the most part, again, there will be exceptions who prove the rule. We have had functional parents. We have had parents who have done their duty, who have tried their best, but have we had compatible parents? How many of y'all have had compatible parents? Anybody on the group? Anybody on the replay? And again, whatever that number is, it will be a very tiny number compared to the incompatibilities, right? And remember, right brain, left side of the body. Left brain, right brain, left side, yeah, said it correct only right, yeah. Left brain, right side of the body. Upper half of the body, head. Also in the center, heart. Lower half of the body, mother. So we can also have these opposing feelings and desires and completely different negations of it. Head is saying, don't do that. Heart is saying, do it. Desire is saying one thing, behavior is saying something else. Right? This fragmentation of spirit can take place. Spirit is not to be confused with soul. You cannot fragment a soul. Right? But us, right? And the moment we are in this, right? Shall I do this? Shall I do this? What is it going to be? Let me ask this person. Let me ask this person. Let me ask this person. We are blocked. We now have a blockage in us. So here's what I want us to do. To not be so impacted by the incompatibility of our parents. Everybody, this is your next decree body work. Opposite palms on opposite ears. It has to be top of the head. And slowly touching your scalp, slide to same ears. 2 more times. You can close your eyes and do it because it's a very subtle shift. But by the time you've done it 3 times, you may want to be in absolute silence. You may need much longer for the shifts to process. Between the left and right brains, is a bridge called the corpus callosum. And what we just did was increase the functioning of the corpus callosum. We just balanced our brains, ladies and gentlemen. Take 20 seconds to allow the processing. Keep your eyes closed. Check what's happening in your head. Mostly the reaction will be around the head part, but you can have a reaction in some other part as well. Be cognizant. Be in Sakshi Bhav, awareness mode, no judging, no assigning a story to it. How are you doing? Do you need to have lots more water? You might. By the way, everybody's turbocharging their water, right? We didn't remind you about how to do it on today's call. But all water is turbocharged water on our calls.
We know this written in Nidu saying left ear was painful yesterday at 6. Today it's come down to 3.
Good.
And Harish says mind immediately became super calm. And you're, when you said Nidu that you will want to be in silence and stillness, I am still feeling like that. And there is definitely some action going on, like a good one, right? But not the kind of action that is like, get up and start running.
Yeah.
But just there is a take a breath, sit back, it's all good kind of thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the brain wakes up and says, oh, I can have this support. I don't have to have the opposing voice. I can be in harmony completely.
And Vijaya says a strong sensation in the center of my head.
Good, good. All sensations are good sensations, especially when you can develop the Sakshi Bhav around it. You want to be in silence and stillness, be in silence and stillness. For those of y'all who can do the next round of work, here's what I would like from you. But before I ask you for that answer, I just want to say that when we think of family, we think of everyone blood related, right? We think of siblings, we think of uncle, aunt, we think of grandparents. But the family unit is actually mother, father, child. The way that you are with your mother and father is very different from the way your sibling is with your mother and father. So the definition of family, the rules of family, the dynamics of family, even within the same family, can differ between siblings. So the question that I want us to work on before we move on to finalizing how you're going to continue this work is, I want you to tell me 4 words or 4 things or 4 ways in which your family made you feel. 2 of them good, 2 of them not so good.
Do you want them to share in the group or just note for themselves?
You can do both. But again, right, when I ask you the next one, you will have to tag back to this or repeat that answer again. So you can write it down. If you're comfortable to share, you can share.
And if you're writing it, do we write it in the terrible paper, Nidhu?
Yes, everything is in terrible paper. Because wherever you are, am I going to ask you to tear something good you've written? Yes. Why? Because from there, we're still going to go there. So then why do we want this? We will let it go. The good becomes greater. The not good becomes good. Wherever this is, we let go so that we can go from here to there. All right. Everybody's got this. And this is because I want to give you the other Saturn's decrees. And I also told you I would tell you what the 3 words are, even though I told you 4 words, right? And then I told you 6 words. You can heal now, you can leave now, you can heal and leave now. The 3 words that are creating the miracle in that is you can dash, that you can fill in the blanks as you want now. It's the you can now that makes everything take place. Give me an example if someone has shared of the 2 good things in the family.
Right. So Divya has written people pleaser and underconfident, insecure, or underconfident / underconfident and insecure. And the 2 good is honest, kind.
Okay.
And Harish has asked, how do we write if we do not, how do we write it if we did not grow up with our biological parents? So if you're adopted,
Yeah, your adopted parents won't be different from your biological parents. For this, I need you to go back to my previous calls on previous summits, including Karmic Light Warrior and Enlightened DNA. You will still attract the same kind of family. You can, in fact, cannot attract anyone outside your DNA.
and Eva has written excluded, judged, and the good is supported and seen. And
Yeah.
Arjun has written abandoned, uncertain, and creative, adaptable.
Got it. Whatever the good is, we want to say, what do you want to say? We want to say you can increase now. So what was it? Good and kind? Or have I just, it's okay.
So the good, so honest, kind, supported, seen, creative, adaptable. These are the words that have come up from.
So I've just put these 2 together. Good and kind, supported and seen, creative and adaptable. You can increase now. Just 5 times. You can increase now, you can increase now, you can increase now, you can increase now, you can increase now. You can increase now. Because what is the magic? The magic is the you can and now. Therefore, I can put whichever word I want there. So where I have said you can leave now, you can heal now, which is reducing the baggage and all the good that's there, increasing it, increasing the blessings. What are we doing? We are changing karma. We are releasing all the things that are making us feel stifled, stuck, stressed, struggling, sorrowful, in suffering, all our baggage. We're reducing it. And all the loveliness, awesomeness, amazingness, blessingness, graceness, we are increasing. You can increase now. For everything, the 2 words that were not so amazing, please palms out, everybody. And what was it? Insecure, people pleaser.
So there is, sorry, people pleaser, underconfident, insecure.
Hang on.
Sorry.
First one, right? People pleaser, underconfident. Dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it. Next round.
Insecure.
Insecure. Dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it. Next round.
Excluded.
Dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it.
Judged.
Dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it.
Abandoned.
Dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it.
Uncertain.
Dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it.
Dependent.
How old are you? But you know what? Dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it.
People pleasing, but it's come up again, so.
People pleasing. Dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it. By the way,
Angry.
I asked how old are you? Because if you're a child or you're a very young adult, you're supposed to be dependent. But it crossed my mind that it's clearly not something you are enjoying.
And angry has come up with.
Angry. People, palms out. Dropping it, dropping it, dropping it. Let us do the wiping. From earth to sky, from sky to earth, O2 in the center. Please, sweetheart, around the body part that is most distressed or expressing itself because it needs your love. And let's take a look as to how everyone is doing.
So a similar question to Arjun's did come up, which is, what if the father was not there? Asks Naya.
In whatever way your family treated you, your family treated you. You'll still have two words.
Right. So Manju, who had written,
yeah, please say.
so Manju, who had written protected, loved, dependent, people pleasing as the thing. So she's written not anymore. So dependent and people pleasing would be not. Oh, wait, sorry. I think she's answering a question about being dependent. So not anymore.
Okay, awesome.
Arjun says, I feel warmer.
And that could be embarrassment, that could be shyness, that could be shame, it could be the start of anger. All of them belong in the heat family, but let it come. Wipe away. Have some water. And
Vijay says,
yeah.
sorry,
please.
Vijay says, stress in my right arm.
Stress in your right arm.
Right arm.
Okay, just O2 over it with your left palm. And give it 30 seconds and check. Because like we did the speak and repeat for the releasing, for the reduction of baggage. What did we do? We did healed and gone, all gone. Healed and gone, all gone. Healed and gone, all gone. No more than 5 times is required. Like that, we will speak and repeat also for the good things. And what will we do there? We will say increased and upgraded. So good and kind, increased and upgraded, 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 increased and upgraded. From good and kind to greater and kinder. From dependent and people pleasing to healed. From blocked to not. Get unblocked. Get unblocked. Get unblocked. Get more unblocked. Get more unblocked. Get even more unblocked. Get even more unblocked. Get even more unblocked. I don't have to be blocked. I don't have to be blocked. I can let go and let God easily. I can let go and let God easily. I can let go and let God easily. Let go, let go, let go, and let God easily. For all the good that's taking place in my life, I can let God increase and upgrade it easily. I can let God easily. On our next call, because we didn't get to do too much around money today, But on our next call, which is on 3rd of March, that's call 4, and it's a very auspicious, sacred, prosperous day. It's a potent prosperity day. We will be applying everything that we know to definitely our mothers, because that's how we receive money, definitely to our fathers, because that's how we make money. And we will be doing that on Monday's call. In decree parlance, we do not call Monday, we call it Moon Day. Because there is the Moon's Day, that's why, in fact, it's been called Monday. So on Moon Day is when we are meeting next. And from there, another set of 3 calls, more decrees, more practice. Today, we also didn't have time to do our EST, our Energized Sweetheart Power, our Energized Sweetheart Love, our Energized Sweetheart Transmission. But that practice is going to continue the week after. So in March, we're going to be continuing our practice, including the 5 body works that you know of: dropping, wiping, sweethearting, oxygenating, brain balancing, including other decrees. Today, you got to know another set of decrees. In fact, I think by now we've done how many decrees? We've done 10 decrees. And we will do more. So in March, 3 more calls, 22 days of practice with the decrees, as well as practicing EST. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is package A. And package A is currently available at, and Neelu is going to show you before I mention the numbers. And Neelu has to show you what it is, because everybody has to say, I'm paying. Oh, sweet tea certificate. Okay. Everybody has to say, I'm paying.
I'm paying.
About 40,000 rupees and only 524 US dollars, available at 6,901 rupees only, and USD 91. If you are a VIP member on the summit, it's even lesser. If you have applied for the scholarship and gotten it, and I think everybody who applied for it has gotten it, it's even lesser. You need an EMI, it's available. Just DM us, and we will speak to you about it. From March, next level, more focus on the mother in April is package B. Hang on here only. In May, because there is no way just 3 calls and 22 more days of practice is enough for mother work. We will have to repeat it. We will have to practice it. We will have to remember all the things that our mother governs is responsible for. She deserves at least 2 months dedicated to her. She gets much more anyway. And like I said, I think on my first call as well, none of this is about completing or finishing the healing journey with the mother, but it's a great place to start. I'm not even sure that there is a program in the world that is primarily dedicated to the mother. There might be womb work, there might be family work, but just dedicated to the mother, it's here. In package B, which is in April, again, 3 more calls, 22 more decrees, 22 more days of practice, 22 more days of reminders. Because one of the things that happens is when you know that brushing your teeth is so simple, Like what? Like somebody like has already taught Gita, I think it was, has already shown her children what to do while they're going through an exam. For somebody who's already doing it for their ailing or unwell mother, it is one of the easiest things to learn. You've already learned it. These were our training calls. But if you don't get the reminder to practice, you will forget. You will not remind yourself. Nobody can do this alone. No child has ever been shown how to brush their teeth and then started brushing their teeth themselves the next day. You now know how easy it is to brush your teeth. It's like the fastest teeth brusher in the world. But you also need those reminders. So 22 days of reminding is one of the key benefits of making sure that you're part of the program. By April, it will start becoming muscle memory. By May, it will become muscle memory. Because in May, we will do the next level, which is package C. But first, let me show you package B's certificate. Based on package A's certificate. And package B is valued at double of package A, which is almost 80,000 rupees and USD 1,048. Available for just 15,001 rupees and USD 197. Keep in mind that your scholarship, your VIP, makes it even lesser for you to pay, and EMIs are available for every package. By the time we get to May, you are going to be so set to get to this advanced level of mother work. And when I say mother work, the focus is mother work. It's not that we won't do father work, we will do father work also, but the focus is mother work. The focus is what's going on with the mother, how she governs our health and wealth, and us improving from that. Because the thing that happens between us and our parents and their parents is this. I'm looking at the right word. And the right word is powerful. Is this very powerful desire and compulsion to be obedient. So if our mother said, you can't do that, but we want to do that, we won't do that. Even though there's nothing to it. Where you want to go swimming and your mother says, no, you mustn't go swimming, then every time you're going swimming, either you are not enjoying yourself or you're guilt tripping, or now you have to lie, or you say, you know what, this stress is not worth it only, I'm not going swimming. Where you're compromised because of what the mother has said or asked or wanted or expected. There's no reason, by the way, you shouldn't be going swimming in peace. So whatever it is that has limited you because of your mother's fears, anxieties, and her own programmings, we're going to be setting free. Because what is the program? Get unblocked. Because we're unblocking ourselves. We're unlocking ourselves from living our best lives, from being in the best health we can be, from being in the best wealth we can be. Okay. Where were we? Already at packet C. And at packet C, please check out Sweetheart certificate and please see how it's all layered. Package A had a certain certificate. Layered on that was package B's certificate. Layered on that is package C's certificate. Valued at, and this, by the way, includes all the work in March and April. So this includes 66 days of practice. It includes 12 calls. It includes a personal session. It includes 11 days of EST done for you, or if you want it done for someone else. And this entire thing is valued at about 1,60,000 rupees and $2,096 only. You have to say, I'm paying. Take it, receive it, pick it up at just 36,001 and USD 472. And if you are part of the other programs of VIP as well as the scholarship, the team will let you know the amount that you have to pay. And if you need an EMI, the team will let you know about that as well. Get unblocked and get in. And these are your 3 available programs, starting from Potent Prosperity, March 3rd. Be your own biggest client every day, because the dailiness of life requires that you also be available for your own self on that daily basis. No matter what it is you have gone through or are going through, it is impacting what's happening every day. When you change your day, you change your karma as well. When you change your day, how is your tomorrow going to be? Better, greater, grander. How is day after going to be? Already a little better, because you changed something today. And what can you change today? Remember, it is not about only wanting to increase your blessings or focusing on what you want. You got to do both. You got to do the letting go and the receiving. You got to do the balancing of reducing the stuckness, the sorrow, the stress, the struggle, the suffering, and increasing the gratitude, the goodness, the positivity, the hope, the optimism, the good cheer. Making our blessings bigger, reducing our baggages. And every day, in every way, getting more and more and more and more and more and more unblocked and unlocked. I appreciate your time very much across all of these days. Thank you for being here. For those of y'all on the replays, thank you for catching the replays. Thank you for being honest and vulnerable and sharing everything that y'all have shared. Please continue to do so, as our summit has just started. And I will catch you on call 4 in any of these packages. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big sweetheart. Big hug. Big oxygenation. Big EST. Namaste from India.
Thank you, Nidhu. Thank you so much. And just giving everybody a reminder, we will see you next week with the next set of calls. Have a great weekend, Nidhu. What a superb start to everything. Thank you so much. Wishing you and everybody a fabulous weekend. And now you just got to do that again, because it'll be very incomplete if we don't close with that.
Let's do it together, all of us. Everybody, sweetheart, big sweetheart, love to you and all.